Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet. Today I'm going to revisit cultural relativism. For small periods of my life, in fact actually for larger periods than I'm willing to admit, I have lived in societies that have very strict rules, and I've been required to adhere to them in one way or another. Truth be told, I live in the city of San Jose that has a variety of rules and restrictions that I find quite curious, but are probably modelled by contemporary Australian cities. Don't want folks to own bows and arrows, these kind of things, and really just want their citizenry to be as quiet and as calm as possible. I observe these issues with a certain degree of, quizzical observation. I'm not particularly interested in rocking any boats, but certainly, in terms of my dealing with the community, there is so much strangeness that goes on, and so much curious behaviour, that all I can do is watch it almost like an external observer and take notes. Through some of these issues, I've realised that these are things that I just cannot push on. Or, better to say, to push on these issues is just purely to waste energy. But my frustration associated with the community, and in particular, how many in the community do not act in the best interests of the community, I started to realise that I can't invest too much emotional energy in this thing. It has continued on for many years. And for that reason, I need to strategically observe in order to make tiny pressure point movements, tiny things that will just slowly but surely motivate sufficient change to improve the environment in which I live. And this is actually quite a cognitive and strategic perspective, because I need to identify relatively swiftly what is going to waste my time and what is actually going to cause improvements. And through the past year and 3/4 that we've lived here, I haven't always been strategic associated with this assessment, but I do feel that use of anger, an emotion that I don't regularly have in my arsenal of behaviours, is some way at least to identify to a good number in the community that what is going on is actually very counterproductive, almost to the point of satire. I'm going to try in the next year to use satire more than anger as a means of overcoming what I see in the community that I can actually enact small amounts of meaningful change towards. I've committed to dividing this topic into a number of short funk recordings, so I'm just going to call this particular aspect of this topic as concluded at this stage. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.